Hey guys, what is going on? Bobblez here. So today I'm going to be letting you guys know about everything that is to be expected in the 8.3 update that's going to be coming later this week within the world of Fortnite. Now trust me, there are some big things to be heard in this video, so make sure you do not miss out and watch the entire video. And obviously if you do go on to enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to me for more Fortnite content. I post all leaks, news, updates and all that good stuff, so make sure you subscribe because you do not want to miss out. But anyway, getting on with the video. First thing I'm going to be discussing is just quickly about the reboot van. Now it is fully confirmed. It's awesome. I can't wait for it. And I did actually make a full video talking all about the reboot van a couple of weeks ago when it was first announced. And this is just to basically say that it should be coming in this version 8.3 update, which is super exciting news. Now what does this mean? It means that there's going to be severe game changes within the duos and squad game modes, because obviously you die and your teammates can pick up your tags, go to the reboot van and actually revive you from the dead. Very cool stuff. Obviously then, games are going to be changing massively. Obviously, we're used to only seeing the live counter go down. So obviously the amount of players left in the game going down. And now it can actually go back up again. So that is going to be honestly very different and something to have to adapt to for obviously mid-game and kind of coming up towards late game. We might not be getting so many single player squads as we're used to getting. And also as well as that, something to be looking out for is I don't know if this is going to be included in competitive Fortnite. So like we've got the arena modes that's going on, all of the cups that are going on, there's loads of it. Are these reboot vans going to be included in this competitive? Definitely a big question that I want to be answered, and I can't wait to find out in this update. And just moving on to my second point, it's about the dig sites. Now the dig sites have been going around the map, you know all of it. There was the first one that happened, and the second one in Dusty and the Lava Cup, and this third one at Loot Lake. Current state of it is there's currently all the rocks there, but people have actually dug underneath it, and underneath it is actually just the metal base that I actually showed you guys in my previous video. It's very cool. It's basically the exact same as in the video that I showed you in that clip, so if you haven't seen that then go check it out. I will leave a link to that video in the description down below. But yeah, very cool. Metal bunker. Is that going to be the bunker like I was saying for the ruin guy to be coming out of in week 8? I think so. So that is very cool and something to be looking out for. And obviously when this 8.3 update comes in, is there then going to be a fourth dig site on the map? We'll have to wait and see. Again, I do think there will be. But moving on to my next point, there is a big theory going around, and it's kind of all been formed from Phase Yellow. Now, I personally absolutely love this idea. I think it's very cool. So let's talk all about it. So I think the easiest way I can actually explain to you guys about what his theory is to just read out the tweet that he said. So it says, imagine a legendary in the game item like a robot / gadget that would farm the area surrounding it for like 30 to 60 seconds, granting materials to the player in Fortnite. Would be cool to see. Now, how insane does that sound? So basically, you've got your own bot going around the map, farming mats for you. It means you wouldn't have to spend minutes on minutes getting these mats, because now obviously where they've done the whole revert thing, going back to where you have 1,000 mats for each of the different materials, it takes a long time to farm those. So imagine having this legendary item, this legendary bot, robot thing, going around for you in the area. Say there would be like a circle, maybe that you could drop him down on. He would gain the mats as long as you stayed in that area, and they could even go to maybe you and your team, you and your squad. I think that sounds absolutely awesome, and I definitely think that it sounds very game changing, especially if you're kind of mid-game, you've had a couple of encounters, you drop this guy down, and then you can get your mats all the way back up to the top, or even just for the start of the game, to instantly get the mats so you are ready to go out and battle straight away, no messing around, and then you can battle players that actually have no mats because they haven't had the time to farm yet. I think this sounds very cool, and it just sounds a load of fun. It sounds like an item that people would actually want to use. We've had all these like portal fortresses, the impulse grenades, and they kind of come and go back and forth in the game. They get bolted, they come back. Players don't always use them. Yeah, they might be a bit of fun, but I think this item not only would be fun, but it'll actually be beneficial to the players using the item. And I think that this is something that definitely Fortnite need to take a look into about actually making it. because this is coming from obviously a Fortnite player, a fan of the game, and they know what they want and they know what the community wants for the game. And I think that this is a really cool idea. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this map farming robot. I think it seems absolutely awesome and 100% would like to see it coming into the game. And going on to my final point, the biggest change that we will be seeing in the 8.30 content update later this week, it's all about the vehicles. So again, one of Fortnite's creators actually made this post here. I'm going to read it out to you in a moment, and it basically explains about all of the vehicles. So in simple terms, let me read it out to you and then I'll explain about it afterwards. The source that wishes to remain anonymous has recently sent us evidence that in an upcoming update, most likely version 8.30, the one later this week, every vehicle in the game will be getting tweaked or changed. The changes are expected to be quite noticeable in terms of handling, controls, etc., and will require players to get accustomed to them. Epic is considering a way to allow players to test the vehicle's changes in creative. So, this is huge. It's basically saying that every single vehicle in the game, the ballers, the hoverboards, the bikes, everything will have a big change that you will notice to them. Now, it's basically saying about handling and controls. Now, personally, literally about 2-3 days ago, I was playing with my partner and we were literally saying how comes to eject out of a vehicle, including even the cannons, they're always different buttons. This is for console players anyway. So if I show you my controller, it's just a standard one. If I say I wanted to get out of the hoverboard, I have to hold X. And then for the baller, it's circle, and then another one, the cannon, I think is square. It doesn't make sense how they're all different, and we were literally saying it's so confusing, because that's probably incorrect, by the way, the actual buttons, but they're all different, basically. And we were literally saying how, why is it that every single vehicle has a different button? It's very confusing, and it was literally saying how we want it to be just one button to eject, one button to get in, one button to boost, one button to fire, sort of thing. I think potentially it might have something to do with that, maybe. I don't know how it is for PC, it might be the same key, but I know definitely on controller they're always different buttons. Maybe it has something to do with that. And then a completely different thing that it could potentially be is maybe the boosting system. Maybe they're going to lower the boost so it's not so much overly used in late game. Maybe it's something to do with the competitive. I'm not entirely sure. There's a lot of things that it could be, and there is a lot of tweaks that can happen to the vehicles in the game. I mean, look at the damn planes, they got vaulted. So there's definitely tweaks that can happen to these vehicles. It's just, what are they going to be? Now, I am actually happy about this change because I do feel like some vehicles are very overpowered, like the ballers. I feel like they need a slight tweak. So I think it's going to be kind of a fresh new look to the vehicles in the game. I am happy about this. Obviously, let me know down in the comments below your opinions of them, what you think is going to be happening. But like it says, it's mostly likely going to be happening in this version 8.3, and hopefully we'll be able to actually test these vehicles in creative mode. So if we can actually do that, I will be live streaming it to give it a go with you guys, seeing all of the vehicles. So obviously if you are new around here, then subscribe if you want to join me in these live streams. I always play with subscribers when I'm streaming, so obviously if you want to join, then subscribe. But anyway, like I said earlier, if you have enjoyed the video and you found it useful, please leave a like. But anyway, thanks for watching the video, guys. See ya.